Hello everyone and welcome to a new video in our YouTube channel and our IGTV. Today we have another fantastic interview for you. The European League of Football Championship is coming up this weekend. So what better way to celebrate that occasion than to have one of the best players to play in that game. Joining us today is Mr. Joshua Poznanski, defensive back for the Frankfurt Galaxy. Josh, thank you very much for being with us. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thanks for having me here, man. I appreciate that.
It's our honor. So whenever you're ready, we can start with the interview. Tell us, when was it that you decided to become a football player and how did you end up playing for the Galaxy?
So 2006, my older brother started playing football and I just looked up to them, like in a way younger brother looks up to his brothers, and they had the pads on, they were wrestling people down to the ground. And I thought, like, that's so cool. I want to be a part of that. I want to be like my big brothers. So I just followed them on their trip. Over the years, I started to get to know like Coach Kösling and Adrian Hensel. And they just told me, hey, come over, play for me, play for us. And I started playing for the Frankfurt Universe in the beginning. So I played for the Frankfurt Universe a couple of years. And then my head coach and a lot of players were starting to talk about the ELF and maybe becoming back the Frankfurt Galaxy. And so I had a couple of talks with my head coach, and he wanted me to play for him. It's an honor to play for him. And so I just followed that trip. I mean, playing football on the European level is a privilege. I want to be part of that.
That's fantastic. So, let's talk a little bit about football. Your team finished the regular season with the best record in the league. What are your thoughts on your season as a team? And at what point in the season did you realize that you had a chance to contend for the championship?
Our team is amazing. Like, we have so many ball players, so many great personalities on the team. It's just great to play with these guys. And to be honest, when we lost our first game, and the only game we lost this season against Hamburg, I knew we were good, because it was such a close game and we lost because of so many small mistakes against the top dog of the league, Hamburg Sea Devils, who's everybody talking about. At that point, I knew, like, we can compete on this level, and maybe we should be the top dog. And I think we did good to show the league that we are the top dog of the league, and let's show them on Sunday.
That's awesome. Well, you also had a fantastic season individually and were selected to the ELF AllStar team. What are your thoughts on your season as a player individually?
I mean, obviously it's an honor to be nominated for the AllStar Game, right? So as a German guy, being born and raised in Frankfurt, it's a big honor. I think, like, I had a good season. I showed off some good plays. I'm always like, I'm not. It could be better. A lot of plays could be better. I could be much quicker. I could be better in one-on-ones and all that. But at the end, I think I did good. I helped out a lot of players who are maybe new. So I think the season was a good season. I hope.
I would say it was a great season. You led the ELF in pick sixes this season and are tied for first in interceptions. Is it fair to say you're the best defensive back in the league?
No. I wouldn't say that. I mean, we have such a good D-line who pressures the quarterback so much that he has to get rid of the ball, I guess. We have so many good DBs like Benji Barnes, Fernando Laurie, Omari Williams, that are just lockdown guys. So he has to throw to some guy. And there are some teams, for example, you don't throw to Justin Rogers that much, and he's tying me in picks. So there might be it's always tough. I'm taking advantage of a lot of situations. I'm good at when the ball is in the air. This is what I like. I would say I'm one of the better DBs, maybe one of the best. But saying that I'm the best, I mean, we have some guys from the NFL here. I wouldn't say the best, but thanks for asking me this question.
You got to stay humble. That's okay. So, Tony, you played the Sea Devils twice during the regular season, losing the first one, as you have already mentioned, 17-15, and winning the second one with a dominant 35-9. What are your main takeaways from those two games? And would you say knowing your opponent that much is beneficial leading up to this next game? Or would you rather not have faced them during the regular season so that maybe they don't know you as much?
I mean, as I said, I think from the first game on, when we lost against Hamburg, we knew that it's just small mistakes that made us lose the game. And we showed off in the second game that we can win that game. Now, I can feel that it's making us a little nervous that we're top dog on this game, because if Hamburg goes like in leads the game, we will think about, oh, this is different. Like we dominating every opponent since week 2. So I don't know if it's good or bad to have played them and won the second game, lost the first game. All I know is we need to play on our level and we will win. We will succeed with it.
What would you say is the main strength of their team?
We're complete. We're a complete team, and like our offense is so good, our defense is so good, our special teams are so good. So there's no gap for. We can rely on our offense. The offense can rely on the defense. So this makes us a complete team, I would say. There are a lot of teams in the league that have a great defense but not a good offense, or the other way around. And we just showing it on every path, every way on the field. We are dominating the opponents, I would say. So it's just that we are a complete team.
What about Hamburg? What would you say is the most solid aspect of their game?
I mean, their D-line is phenomenal. They have some injuries, so this might help us. But their defense is great. Their run game is good. They can pass the ball. They have tall receivers, so they are a complete team as well. But maybe they are struggling a little bit more with their offense going on than our offense does, because our offense, even if they don't have the best stats in the league, I think our offense is the best offense in the league. The same with our defense. So, I mean, obviously there's Wroclaw and Cologne that have great offenses, but our offense is complete again. If you look at Barcelona or Wroclaw, they are great passing teams, but they can't run the ball that good as we can. If you look at Hamburg or Cologne, they can run the ball very good, but they can pass the ball that good. So I think we are a pretty complete team, and they might have some issues where we are better.
Fantastic. Well, yeah, you do have the best defense in the league and are favored to win the championship. However, the Sea Devils have a very strong defense as well and had a great win against the Panthers in the playoffs. How do you feel about your third matchup in the season, and how are you preparing for it?
I mean, I'm watching a lot of video. There's no day going on like ending up I haven't watched videos for a couple of hours. So I need to know who's playing against me, what are tendencies. Our coach is setting up everything that we are prepared for everything they're playing and they might play. They played so far against us where they had some open receivers or something like that. Maybe they could switch up routes that receivers become open. So we think about everything that could happen or that has happened, and we're trying to be ready for this. Yeah, what was the second question? I'm sorry.
No, that was it. I mean, the Devils have a fantastic team as well. How do you feel about your third matchup, and how are you preparing for it individually?
Yeah, I think, as I said, if we play on our level, we will succeed in the bowl game. If we starting getting too nervous, it might be a close game, I think. Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about yourself. What are your plans for the future, and would you like to maybe take a shot at the NFL International Pathway Program and go play in the league?
Obviously, I will continue playing football, no matter where. Of course, if I get nominated to the NFL Pathway Program, I will try it. There's no way around. But as a DB, I think it's tough as a German DB going to the NFL Pathway Program. It's more probably about linemen, really tall, really strong. but if I get a shot, I will take it for sure. I will train a lot in the off season. I will work on my, how do I say, mistakes and all this, on my weaknesses. And but for sure, I will continue playing football for a couple of more seasons.
That's fantastic, Josh. Best of luck for this championship game. Let's hope you have the best game possible. Thank you very much for being with us. This has been truly fantastic. For everyone who has been listening up to this point, go follow Josh on his IG at Joshua Poznanski. Also go follow us at Endzoners.ok on Facebook and IG, and also at Endzoners on Twitter. Josh, once again, thank you very much. This has been truly an honor.
Thank you very much for having me here. It was a pleasure, and I hope to see you soon again.
We will. We will certainly be talking with you after Saturday's game. So best of luck, and let's hope you bring the championship back to Frankfurt.
We will. See you, man.
Best of luck.